Hello everyone. In this video I'm going to show you how to use the figure and fig caption elements with an image. You can see here on the screen the layout we're going to be working with. The image we're going to be placing is this one right here of the moose where it says coffee is a moose. Then underneath we have a caption, get caffeinated. Let's go ahead and get started. Here in Dreamweaver I already have the bulk of this layout set up. All that we need to do is add figure, fig caption, and then the image. I'm going to add those to the aside element. Before I do that though, I'm going to come up to the top and switch over to split view so you can see the code as I'm going along here. Now when I came over to Dreamweaver, aside was already selected, but if it wasn't selected I could just go to the element display and click on it. After I've selected aside that way, we can confirm it's selected simply by looking at the HTML. You can see it's highlighted in that lighter gray. With aside selected, I'm going to make my way over to the Insert panel over in the top right. From the Insert panel, with the HTML options selected from the pull-down, I'm going to go further down and select Figure. I click on it, and it gives me my insertion options. Do we want to put it before, after, wrap is grayed out, so that's not an option, or nest it. I want to nest it inside of the element that's already selected. So in this case, that's our aside element. I click Nest, and it drops it in. You'll notice that when Dreamweaver placed the figure element, it also placed fig caption at the same time. It nested it right inside of figure. The two elements are meant to be used together, so Dreamweaver just places them together to try to make life a little bit easier for you. It also puts some default content in, like Dreamweaver likes to do. I'm going to highlight the default content for figure, which is just some text, and delete it so that I have the space cleared and ready to place my image. And that's my next step. I'm going to go back over to the Insert panel, and then I'm going to go to Image this time. Here I'm going to click Nest again, and then I'm going to be brought to my Images folder. I'm going to select the one that I want and click Open. And Dreamweaver just drops it right in there for me. You'll notice that the image is quite a bit larger than we need for this layout. I could go resize it in Photoshop, but just to do things quickly here, I'm going to use my Properties Inspector. If you don't have your Properties Inspector open, you can go to Window and then select Properties. I like to keep it fixed to the bottom of Dreamweaver when I'm working. It can come in handy. So here I have the image selected. I'm just going to go down to Width and put in 450 for pixels and then hit Return. When you change the width or the height of an image using the Properties Inspector, the other will automatically adjust to be the correct size so that your proportions remain the same. That way you don't end up with an image that's stretched in a really kind of weird way. With that change made, I'm going to drag this line down a little bit so we can see our caption. Again, we just have the default caption in here right now, so let's go ahead and change that. This time, I think instead of doing get caffeinated, I'm just going to type drink coffee. We'll go back to live view and we'll get a total look at the layout here. There we are. You might have noticed that my drink coffee in the fig caption is in italic. Yours won't be. By default, it'll just be regular text. I already have a CSS rule for fig caption that's setting the font to italic. That's all there is to placing the figure element along with its fig caption to use along with an image.